So, are you ready to roll?
Sure, why not?
Okay.
But first, I need to say something embarrassing for you.
Do you want me? I can shout. Like, do you want me to? I'm gonna turn off the recording if you want. Hang on. I'm gonna turn.
I'm just trolling you.
Okay. Where did that come from? Are you trolling at the chat as well with that word? I don't think so.
No.
That was so weird. I didn't expect. I don't know. I don't think there's something really embarrassing about, but yeah, it was really unexpected. I'm like, what?
It was at one of the after parties in Orlando, I think. And we were posing for the picture, and instead of saying cheese, we were saying.
Oh my god. That's awesome. That's really awesome. That should be a word. I'm gonna use that the next time. I'm gonna use that the next time that I have to take a picture of somebody. I'm like, group like close together, tighter, tighter. That's good. That's good. Yeah, keep it together. Yeah, that's good. Now say, and people will be like, what?
Yep.
But I know some people that might even say when I take the picture, so that will work actually.
Oh, we did. That's what we were saying.
No,
It looks slightly different than cheese, actually.
oh no, I think yeah, it's quite different from cheese. I can tell you that. It is really different. It's not.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go get some water.
Each and every of us has a father. Each and every of us will be one. Part of you have been there, shining for ages. Part of you will be there forevermore. Floating like a star in the space. There's a soul singing songs waiting for someone who can listen, someone you may know, someone maybe.
Hello, fine people. Welcome to another episode of NeXus eSports Edition. We have with us today Brightside, Brandi, also known as Brightside. She is one of the administrators or admins for Girls of StarCraft. That's it.
Hello.
Hello. Actually, yeah, it's okay. I say one of the admins for Girls of StarCraft, but you also mentioned just a few minutes ago before we started the official interview that well, you when you introduce yourself to people, you don't generally introduce yourself as I'm one of the admins of Girls of StarCraft, right? How do you introduce yourself to people?
I don't introduce myself with a title at all because I do so many things.
Yeah. What are the things that so many things that you do?
It's hard to name them all. Not only do I help with the Girls of StarCraft stuff, I try to recruit girls for that. I also help out with Playhem because I love them dearly. I love banning people in their chats when they're being rude.
You're a woman of power, basically. That's
Yeah,
what you're letting us know.
No, I actually didn't ask to be that role. It just happened one day because of Lirlian. Oh, it's okay. I love you, Lirlian, if you're listening. Forgive you.
I think it just comes naturally from you. I think it was just, it was meant to be, basically. I think if you would like to insert here an inside Playhim joke, it would be you were blessed by Space Shark since the beginning.
I was blessed by a space shark, the god of all
Yeah.
play.
Yeah, and subsequently Mama Bear, but Mama Bear is secondary, I would think.
Yeah, she came in later.
Yeah, she came in later. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So okay.
What else do I do though?
Oh,
I also try to get to as many live events as I can and talk to people there because, oh my goodness, if you've never gone to a live event, you have to go because it's the best thing in the world.
I haven't.
First
Okay.
MLG.
I have never been to a live event, StarCraft live event. Go. What were you gonna say to me? What would you say?
Okay. It's life-changing. Your first live event, or at least mine anyway. The whole time I was there, I was like, yeah, I'm here. There's all these people here. Yeah, I'm in MLG. What are we gonna do? When I got home, I missed it. The second one, I actually met up with some people there and recruited a lot of people for my girls group because we had these big signs doing shout outs for everyone.
Yeah.
People would just come up to me and go, what is that about? Why do you keep erasing this sign and writing something else on it? And I tell them, and everybody I talked to thought it was a really cool idea. And I talked to a lot of girls that way. We, being myself and a couple of the other girls that went with me, would talk to girls about it, and they'd be interested. And so we'd have these Sharpies, and we would write the GoSC stuff on their hands so they could contact us because we didn't have business cards.
No,
that
that's
worked out pretty well. It was a big hit.
Girls of StarCraft. Sort of, is it getting known, or is it really known amongst StarCraft players and community members in general? Do you think, or it's sort of like there's a lot of people that haven't heard of the group?
Oh, a ton of people haven't heard of the group. We get new member requests just about every day, and it's kind of amazing the people who refer them. Like, I didn't know that Rotterdam was the first person who plugged us. Mr. Bitter has plugged us. I'm like, how do you guys know about us? Because I didn't think we were that big of a deal, but
I think it's basically because you guys have been at those live events, right? And then possibly that's how people got to know you.
I'm hoping that's what it was. I can't say for sure, but I will say the first live event I went to, nobody knew who we were at all. I had a little tiny sign, and nobody really asked me anything. Just like, hey, come to StarCraft, did you happen to see this? The next one I was at, though, we planned it. We planned to meet up. We planned to do all this advertising, I guess you could say. Not really to draw attention or be attention whoring or anything, but to try to get other girls to notice. And we did. It was successful. From then, it's just grown exponentially.
Yeah, that was at MLG Orlando, right?
That was in Orlando, yeah.
Yeah, and so the first time that things were sort of like very quiet, where was that?
That was in Raleigh. And actually a hurricane was coming through at the time, so the whole event was kind of quiet.
A hurricane? Okay, talk about something unusual in an event. Oh my God. So, okay, tell us about, Girls of StarCraft. I mean, you mentioned as well that you sort of like promote and recruit people that could, be active within this group. So, Girls of StarCraft, what does it do?
Mm-hmm. Well, we're just a little tiny group of 330 some people now. We started out as 20-ish people when I got in there. But I talk about it like it's a clan or something. It's not really. It's just we happen to all get together with Facebook, and it's become a community organization, but we're not trying to be secretive or exclude anyone. It's a place for girls to come together to have a safe environment free of harassment from trolls.
Yeah.
Talk about whatever we want. We don't have to worry about being judged.
Yeah.
We hold tournaments now, which is a fairly new thing as of the end of 2011, where right now they're all female tournaments. I think that's a good thing. I know some people don't, but the reason I think it's a good thing is because we're encouraging girls who are kind of aliens still in the community to compete. And they compete more and more and more, and that just gets them used to it to where they can just go out and compete at, say, an MLG or any other open event. Yeah.
No. So, okay, well, firstly, I mean, it sounds to me like a very amazing group. Obviously, I'm not in it because I'm not a girl. If somebody didn't notice that before, I'm not a girl.
Oh no.
Yeah, and even if I was a girl, I don't think I would fit in because I'm not a very good StarCraft player either way. Not even the stretch of my imagination. I think once we talked once before, you mentioned what was it, Plastic League or something like that?
Plastic League, the Wood League,
The Wood League. Yeah, I think I'm Paper League or something. Like I'm really worse than that. I'm just
Paper Mache League, Dirt League.
yeah, I'm Dirt League. There you go. There you go. I'm Dirt League. I'm proud member. I'm proud of a one-member club called Dirt League. Exactly, within StarCraft. Um, well, was what I was gonna say is that it sounds like a very happy place to, happy group basically. It's not very, I mean, obviously it does important things, but it's sort of like informal, right? It's just a place to women within StarCraft, be it players, casters, and whatnot, to gather, and like you said, like in a safe environment.
Yeah,
So
pretty much.
let's talk about that. What would you consider to be the well, the an unsafe environment for women within StarCraft's community? And is it still very much present, whatever
Yeah,
that
I don't
environment?
know if I would go as far as to say unsafe,
Yeah.
but it used to be unsafe because a lot of the females in the community made a big deal of being a female in the community.
Yeah.
Hopping on streams and harassing guys, going, "Oh, I'm a girl, I'm a girl, I'm a girl gamer." Well, that's not the deal.
Yeah.
And it's not so much like that anymore. We're becoming a lot more accepted as just, hey, I'm a gamer.
Was that always the case, like since the beginning with the esports? Like people, well, obviously in this case would be the men seeing a woman watching a game, getting excited about it, or a woman trying to play the game. Was that always the response or the usual reaction that you saw?
Well, since I haven't been around since the very beginning of esports, forever and ever and ever ago, when
What?
I first got into it,
You're sounding it sounds like you're old and it sounds like I'm old. Don't say that. It's been recent.
we're so old.
We're like, hello, Brandi. How are you?
Hey, Dago, how's it going today? How's your hip?
Oh, it's fine. I need a new screw over there. Just kidding. Oh man. Anyway. So yeah, I mean, it's since you've been there since the beginning of esports and sort of like women getting more active. It was always sort of like the response, basically. I mean, it's been the sort of
From
this stereotype, right?
from what I used to see, it was pretty ugly. If guys saw a girl hop in a game and she made it known that she was a girl, they were all over her. Can I get your number? Pixar, it didn't happen. Let me see a video. I need to see pictures.
Oh my
And a
God.
lot of these girls not realizing, I can't say not realizing, a lot of these girls wanting attention would go ahead and do it.
Yeah.
Do
So,
pictures, make a video, whatever. But I think as far as the community goes, because we're becoming more accepted and because the females, males, everybody is maturing a little bit more, it's not so much that way.
yeah. Thank you for, I know that's thanks to you as well. Like you directed me, like you said Tesla's, for example. I've watched her save streams on Twitch, and I like her commentating. And also I'm following Gilly. I think that's
Yeah.
how you say Gilly, right? Not Gwilly.
Uh-huh.
Gilly. She's one of, is she? She is officially one of FemFX, right? So and I think she's silver and she's trying to get into gold, and but she's really making an effort. She's playing products as well, and you know it's a really good community. I also sometimes switch to Living Pinks, and yeah, and she's now being beginning to be sort of like an active caster commentator for Playham, right? So she's yeah, I think I have the feeling that she's sort of like sinking into that role as well, which is pretty nice to see. And she
Yeah, and that's what
does,
she's wanted to do. She's wanted to cast.
yeah. Well, and she does a pretty good job at it, I could say. And she gets she go well, she's she gets along pretty well with other casters of Playham, so I'm really happy about that. Well, okay, but we sort of got sidetracked. Going back to what we were talking initially about, you know, the first reactions at the beginning of, you know, esports or women getting in serious within esports. Was it really, do you have the feeling that it was really hard to break that barrier?
I don't know that it was necessarily hard to break, but it took a while to break because of the attention seekers. Well, all females got that reputation, and so as soon as a female was spotted, people thought that that was an attention seeker. So it took some proving otherwise and a lot of ignoring.
What's the current perception that you have? Well, what's your perception now of women within StarCraft, to be specific, right? Because esports in general, I mean, there are so many cases and so many games that are really popular. But in terms of StarCraft, like, how is the current state of women in StarCraft?
Well, first of all, I know there were some women players in Brood War. I don't know who they are because I didn't follow Brood War. But as of StarCraft 2, I'd say because it's still relatively new, and esports kind of as a whole getting to be more mainstream is relatively new. With women in it to being even newer, the perception is still, ooh, something different. I think because there's such an imbalance right now, like so many males to a few females who are known, people are going to perceive it as different no matter what anyone tries to tell them.
Do you think that there's also like a sort of like an apprehension by women when they're like, I don't think I fit in this place. Although I love and understand the game, I don't know if I should commit because of the environment. Is there something that inhibits?
I don't think there's really anything that inhibits it. I mean, it's just an interest, really. It's kind of a hard question to answer because I'm not every girl.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, you're a woman with
So, I mean, my opinions and my thoughts are not necessarily the same as the girl next to me.
Yeah,
but
well, that's true.
Personally, I grew up around video games, and so I wasn't shy to it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people who are trying to get their girlfriend into it, it might be a little bit different.
Do you have like, not really necessarily bad anecdotes or experiences, but what about some funny, weird stuff that you've witnessed in terms of like reactions to women gamers or casters or what have you within the roles of StarCraft community?
I can tell you something that's pretty funny is when I'm online, I don't make it known that I'm a girl. I mean, it's out there. If you visit any of my public domains or public pages, I'm obviously female. Yeah. But if I'm just in a chat or in a game or something, I don't tell people up front, hey, I'm a girl. Just talk to them like anybody else would talk to them.
Yeah.
And if they happen to find out that I'm a girl after weeks of talking to me, or even hours, the comment I see most, and this is not only guys, this is coming from girls as well. Recently this happened, actually. The comment I see the most is, oh my god, you're a girl? I didn't know. Oh, I'm shocked. Yep. Like, you found me out. Now what? Want to continue the conversation?
Yeah. Is our relationship going to change now? What does it mean?
Funny little story here.
Yeah.
I was trying to get the attention of one of the Playhim admins to do something for Playhim. And he wasn't around. He was sleeping. And so I'm sitting there on Skype going, hey, we need you. And I thought he was responding. And I'm like... the response was, my boyfriend is sleeping. And it was on his Skype account. So I'm like, what are you talking about? And I know he has a son. So I said, well, do you call your son your boyfriend now? Oh. And she was like, no, this is his girlfriend. I said, I don't believe you. It went on for probably about 15 minutes of me telling her, I don't believe you. I think you're just trolling me. Until she finally sent me a picture of her in front of the chat that we were chatting about. Like, okay, yeah, that's funny. So anyway, we chatted for a little while. We typed for a little while. And probably about half hour went by of us just going back and forth. Like, oh yeah, I believe you're a girl now. That's great. And just talking about Play-Am, talking about just things in general.
Yeah.
I said something about how I had interviewed somebody one day, and I guess he didn't tell his female friend that I was going to interview him. and she got really upset
Ooh.
and sent me text messages like, "Stop stalking my boyfriend."
Oh my God.
The point. So the person I was talking to, the girlfriend of my Playhem admin guy who I was talking to, I told her that story, and at the end, like when I had to go, I told her something else, and she figured out that I was female. Oh, she asked me to link my Facebook.
No.
And
Oh.
that's when she figured out that I was female. And she's like, "Oh my God, you're a girl. That's so cool. I didn't know you were a girl. I thought you were a guy this whole time." I'm like, "Yeah, okay, my jealous girlfriend story makes more sense now, doesn't it?"
True. She didn't figure it out then. Oh my God. Obviously, I assume that they're coming from male people if they're not trolling. It's basically people that are sort of like falling in love with female video game carriers, players. Sorry, be it Gilly or Live in Pink. Like the other day, I was watching Gilly's stream, and there were a couple of people, and I know that they're really young and they don't mean harm, but they're always like, "I want to date with you, I want to marry you, you're so pretty," and whatnot. Which is assume that's something that it's sort of like, okay, that's enough. I guess stop it, guys, right?
You know what, though? Even celebrities. I'm
Yeah.
going to back up there, and I'll say that again. Do you hear an echo?
Echo? No.
Yeah.
From you or from me?
I hear myself echoing, so I'm worried that you might hear it too, but if you don't, that's good.
Yeah, I don't hear. Say that again, echo?
Echo!
Echo. No, it's okay. I don't hear it. Oh,
Oh.
yeah. I mean, there's another way that we can try it. I mean, that I can test it.
I don't hear
I can
it
stop the
anymore.
recording. Now it's recording. So yeah, you don't sound like a robot. I'm sorry to break the news to you. You don't sound like a robot.
Darn. How about now?
You're sort of like, I so want to be a robot.
We are going to continue the interview like this.
Oh my God. I'll be like doing well, people won't see it, but I'll be like doing robot moves. Hello, guy. How are you? It will be, and then the interview will be like, StarCraft community perception of robots. That would be awesome. Like people, what do you think that's the problem with robots within StarCraft community? I'm like, we are not taken seriously. Compute. Something like that. That would be awesome. Well, anyway, wait. What we were talking about? You were gonna? I asked you something, and you were gonna say something before we talking about echoes. What was it?
Did I mention I have a short memory too?
Oh
No,
my
we were.
We are ruined.
We were talking about Gilly's stream, Living Pink stream, and how people.
Oh yeah, and you were saying, yeah, I remember.
Saying that they wanted to marry them. And...
Exactly, yeah.
Okay, I don't think it's that much different from celebrities.
Yeah.
You see celebrities on, like, in the movies and stuff, and people do the same thing in forums. I want to marry famous person X. I want to marry famous person Y. So I don't think it's that much different, really.
Well, you mentioned about, only female tournaments or whatnot. I mean, have there been a lot of them so far, or it's just a new trend that started, not trend, or events that started sort of like 2 years ago or something like that?
It's a fairly new thing that's gotten out into the public anyway. The first one I had heard of was the ESL Iron Lady, where they've got a few different tournaments. They'll do one for a little bit of money. They'll do one for a 2-pound chocolate bunny, which is my favorite. They'll do one for cool mouse pads. So they've got those that are all female tournaments. The Girls of StarCraft started at the end of the year doing Athena's Arena once a week, which this year we haven't started it up again, but I think we're going to go to every 2 weeks. Just because the people who wanted to compete couldn't always compete. And so we're just going to give them more of a chance to compete. There was the Zowie Divina tournament that was an invitational. 6 girls went there and competed. 2 of the girls that I know casted it. And so far, I believe that's the only female tournaments at the moment. At least, yeah, the ones I know of.
Yeah.
There's divisions who have little female tournaments, but they don't really advertise them.
Oh, okay. No, and that's well, you mentioned Athena's Arena. That's in your hometown, I would say, right?
Well, they're all online.
Oh, they're
Except for
online. Oh,
except for the Zowie Divina that was in China, it was in person. But yeah, the other ones, the Iron Lady and the Athena's Arena, are online. So we have to do voice verification, and we have to be as
Oh.
sure as we can
That you're
there's
actually aware.
female playing, because of course there's going to be impersonators, as with anything.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, unfortunately. I think that's always something that it's not that is usual though, right? Even within a normal male only tournament, I think they do some verification.
Hey, we're normal too.
Yeah. I didn't want to imply that women are not normal. Please don't take it like that. Thank you, Brightside. Thank you very much. I'm gonna get crucified when people hear this. I'm looking forward to your comments. Uh, Annoying people. Only female tournaments. I think it's pretty normal, and I mean it's quite good. I mean, and the thing is that I'm starting. I started this because I wanted to ask you, like, why do you think there are some people, be it male or female, that are sort of uncomfortable with that idea of? They even say sometimes that it actually hinders the role of women within the community having only female tournaments. Like, what do you think is that?
I personally don't think it hinders anyone. My opinion on it is having the all-female tournaments is just like having a county versus state versus national competition in football or something. I don't know much about football, but I guess they do that.
Oh man, yeah.
Something like it. So I don't think it's much different than that. I think you're putting this group of people together to compete. They're getting more confident in their competing.
Yeah.
And so just doing it more and more, you get conditioned.
Yeah.
You get used to it, and then you go out and compete in bigger things, and even bigger things still. So it's all female because people want to build that confidence, and they feel safe doing it that way.
Yeah. Having said that, though, do you think that there's something missing in terms of, like, if there's something else that needs to be done, or needs to sort of like evolve in a maybe quicker or another type of rhythm or pace, so that women are more accepted?
No, I think it's going at exactly the pace it needs to go at.
Okay.
We're doing what we can.
Yeah.
Going to events, we're talking to people. We see other females on Team Liquid even.
Yeah.
I hope I'm allowed to say Team Liquid.
I think so. Yeah, we mentioned FemFX as well, so I think it's pretty cool. If anything, people will, oh wait, TLO, I never heard of that, and they'll go and look it up. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
But yeah, like Team Liquid and stuff. I'll see posts from other females on there, and they don't realize that there's a whole community just waiting to give them a big hug.
Yeah.
I'll talk to them and say, hey, I invite you to come talk to us if you want to. No obligations or anything, but we're here. And most of the time people do.
Yeah, for sure. People that are, especially people that follow Playhim quite actively, they will know you because you're always there. But people that follow you as well, in particular, they know you're very very passionate and active within StarCraft community and overall, right? I mean, can you like tell us what's Brightside's everyday in StarCraft community? She wakes up, she has her cereal, and then what does she do for StarCraft?
I wake up, I have my almond milk smoothie thing and go to work. Actually, I pull up the Playhim EU daily while I'm at work, so I can listen at work, and occasionally scoot over and type some stuff in the chat.
Yeah. But the thing is that you're also very active of being in different streams at the same time and telling somebody, go to this stream or follow this person and whatnot, right?
Well, if I see somebody, if I meet somebody online wherever, and I've seen their stream, and it's obvious that they're not doing it for attention, they're not doing it for money, they're doing it because they either want to get better playing, or they just really love the game, they want to get better casting, anything like that. I want to hug that person. I think that's the best thing ever, to have that passion. And the people I see doing that, I support them. I totally support them.
Yeah.
And when you support somebody and you know they need other support, you're going to try to go out and get that for them. And that's what I do. And just the other night, actually, and I didn't even realize this, I ended up on someone's stream because I saw his tweet, and they gave me a shout out. They're like, "Brightside's here. This girl does so much in the community." I'm like, really? I didn't realize you knew who I was even.
There you go. Nice.
So that was actually kind of weird for me. I'm like, oh, that's nice that you know who I am.
But I'm sort of creeped out. No, I'm not kidding. I don't think you were creeped out, but you were sort of
No,
like,
I wasn't
wow.
creeped out because I had actually met these people at MLG, but I didn't think they remembered me. I guess I don't think lowly of myself, but I just didn't think I was memorable.
Yeah. It was the moment at the time was Braden's suggestion as well. But it was easy right off the bat to see that, wow, I really have to interview you. I mean, interview Brightside, because she's so active and she's always, joking around and looking out for Playham. Like if somebody needs some info for the polls or the brackets, you just, okay, link here. I mean, you're not the only one that does it, obviously. There's a lot of the moderators and admins of the streams, they also do it, but you're very, very active. And that's something, it's always something awesome to see. Like people that are passionate about what they do. And when we're talking about that, like when you brought this up, actually, so thank you. And I want to ask this. What is StarCraft to you? Like, what does it compel you to do all this?
Well, it started out as just a game that I kind of understood, which I was very surprised I understood it because I don't normally understand video games. And so I started playing it a little bit and figuring it out. And I like the game itself, and I think it was pretty fun. I like it that I can go online and actually play with a person and bug them in the in-game chat and make them giggle a little bit. I like making people laugh. I think it's fun.
And there's such a StarCraft community. Obviously, again, people are people, different kinds, but it's such a heartwarming community. I mean, people that are really, I mean, it's so easy to meet passionate people, be it as fans, gamers, aspiring pro gamers, aspiring casters, pro casters, and whatnot. It's really easy to meet those. If you have a seriousness or sort of like a passion towards it, and it's really easy to find somebody that is equally as passionate and equally endearing and heartwarming, and it all comes together. It's really nice to see. I just enjoy it as well. And well, we mentioned let's talk about Playham a bit. I mean,
Playham is like Cheers, if you know what that is.
Yeah, exactly, that's true. That is true. You're right on. Yeah. I think, that would be a great way of describing. It would be like the Cheers of StarCraft. It's unique. So people that are listening and don't know what Playham is, please follow Playham. They have a great bunch of casters and people that are not even casters, like Brightside and other people that are moderators and administrators. They're always active and very nice bunch of people. And watching streams and matches from there is just amazing. It's a blast. I promise you, there's no daily that is not interesting. It's quite fun to watch. It's what was Twitch. If I'm gonna do some other promotion, would be twitch.tv/PlayhamTV. I'm gonna write it below in the description. It's freaking awesome. It's just hilarious.
It's the Cheers of StarCraft. The casters recognize the people who are in the chat. The chat talks to the casters. They actually talk to each other.
Yeah, and also the idea of Playham fan games. Fan games
are awesome. Yep. They actually, because it is Wednesday tonight, they've started recently doing a after hours show. That's a talk show after the NA Daily.
Yeah. No, and there's the banter that they And that's the thing that I wanted to shift there to, let's say it would be like the bartenders of the Cheers bar, the
Yeah,
bartenders
pretty
of the
much.
StarCraft community. Um, like they are so they get along so well. I mean, there's no other way to putting it. I mean, it's just they're just wonderful people, right? I mean, I you love them all, I guess, or do you have favorites? See what we.
Oh, I have my favorites, but I love them all.
No, no, don't say it. Don't say it. You love them all. You love them all. Like,
No?
how did you get it? Oh yeah, let's talk about that. Like, how did you get involved with Playham? Like, and who's your favorite then?
Aw, my favorite is everyone.
Ah.
All the casters and all the chat people. But I'll
Yeah.
tell you how I know about Playham.
Okay. Okay. It's okay.
I met one of their casters just completely by chance.
Yeah.
He had posted something on Reddit about how he was going to be at Orlando MLG competing and wanted people to visit his stream because he wanted input on how to get better because he was going to go compete in the open bracket.
Yeah.
Well, shortly after he posted that, I guess MLG had contacted him, or somehow he got in contact with MLG in the community caster pool and got accepted. So he ended up going to Orlando and casting in Orlando. I'm like, well, I happened to see you on Reddit and I saw your stream a couple times, and so you asked me to follow you, so I did. And so I found that out, and I was like, yay, you're going to be in Orlando. And, of course, didn't say anything at all at the after party, anything. I was like, too nervous to talk to you. But I'll talk to you on your stream. So after that, I got back on his stream. I was like, you did a good job, even though it wasn't perfect. Here's what you could improve on. And I'm saying "and" a lot because I'm trying to remember everything in order. We started talking. Still didn't know about Playham. I had no idea.
Yeah.
It was Providence MLG that I went to that he got invited to cast at again. And we actually got to hang out for a little while there. And that's where I met some of the people that hang out in the chat.
Yeah.
Some of the other casters.
Yeah.
And started just pretty much watching every day after that.
Nice. No, that's really awesome. And the rest is history.
And the rest is history.
With all of them, I mean, the casters, obviously we like Nerd Swagger, Kibbles, Robin, Frodan, Katu, StarCraft Alaska, did I say Robin? Yeah.
You did twice now.
Okay, Robin is the man then, and then we have Silence, and then we have what was it? Oh man, there's a couple of new ones. Was it
Shampoo.
Shampoo? There you go. I was gonna say shampoo.
No, not shampoo.
And they're so good, and their banter and all the talk about their bromance. Okay, would you define them? I mean, for me, they're really, really pro, but I don't know if they're really known within the StarCraft community yet.
They're working on being very pro. They are not super well known within the community, but that's what I'm trying to change a little bit of because I want to try to interview all of them. I've already talked to Robin and I've already talked to Nerdswagger.
Nice.
And their interviews are up on Team Liquid. But I want to get to talk to everyone because I strongly believe that they all are quite passionate about this and do want to get to the point of being pro and do want to spread the word that esports is growing. StarCraft in particular is a big deal. Well, right now anyway, it might be a different game like 15 years down the road, but we live in the now.
Yeah.
And they all are like that. They're all like, I want to grow this. So I like that. And I want to be able to help them out a little bit as much as I can, do what I can to contribute.
Yeah. No, man, I mean, they deserve to be known. And I know, again, I mean, you said it before that I shouldn't say this in the stream, but I apologize upfront if I offend somebody, anybody, anyone about to hear this. Is that since I started following Playham actively December of last year, 2011, I sort of it was a moment where I was always watching Husky streams and videos on YouTube, and then I'm like, oh wait, I'm gonna follow Day 9 as well, and I would watch Day 9, he's a very good StarCraft commentator, and he knows the game, and his Day 9 dailies are quite useful and entertaining as well. He's a very entertaining guy, to be honest. But still, since I switched to Playham, I just watch. Well, it's not that I just watch. I mainly watch Playham now, and every now and again I switch to Husky and Day 9. But it's just so entertaining to watch. So it's not that I hate Husky or Day 9 in particular. I love them both. They're awesome people that are listening. But Playham rocks. Playham rocks.
I don't hate you, but these guys are better right now.
No, I didn't. No, don't believe people.
It's okay. It's all right. Yeah, it is.
I want to talk about Living Pink, Aluch, or Julia, Gilly, and Lady Insanity. Okay, let's start with Lady Insanity. We haven't mentioned her yet. I mean, she is called that because she has some unusual builds in terms of when she starts a match. Is that true?
She actually, I believe, and don't quote me on this.
Yeah.
I believe she already had that name.
Oh, she had that name before. Oh, okay. It's just
before she started playing StarCraft.
Oh, okay. She plays
Rotos.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'm confusing with somebody else. Okay, she plays Protoss.
You might be thinking of Flo. Flo plays
Oh,
Terran.
there you go. Yeah, I was thinking about Flo. Yeah. But Living Pink and Gilly's in FMFX. Living Pink is not on a team, right?
She's a part of the FemFX team as a caster for them.
Oh.
As a commentator for
But
them,
not as a
but
game.
she doesn't actually play for them because she's still more of a casual player.
Oh, okay. Really? She plays really good.
She plays well. She's in Gold League right now on NA, and she's working on getting the Masters.
Nice.
She just got a Korean account, so she can help herself do that.
Sweet. Lady Insanity. Have you met her on personally or in streams?
Yeah, I've hung out with her at MLG.
Nice.
I've actually seen her at the last 3.
So, okay, describing these female players, how do you see them now currently within the StarCraft community and their overall, I mean, the perception that people have of them within the community? How are they? How are they fared?
The people who I know who play are in it because they like the game. They're in it because they want to get better.
Yeah.
So they don't really make it known that, hey, I'm a girl gamer. It's just, I'm a gamer and I want to get better. And they've got fans. They've also got the people who want to marry them. But they don't make a big deal out of being a girl.
Yeah.
So that's just the people I know. I mean, I've seen others do other things and had to warn people in the community, hey, this person is not really doing it because they want to be better.
Yeah.
But yeah, the people I associate with are not attention grabbers.
Well, you mentioned you're a very casual gamer and you like StarCraft because of the community and you really love the environment. But you play Zerg. But do you have plans of going up the ladder or being a caster or things like that?
I don't have plans to. People ask me when I'm going to stream, if I can cast, all those things. I don't think I'm a good enough player to be able to cast well. I can cast bronze games, but that's about it. As far as going up the ladder, I like to play for fun. If I happen to get up the ladder, great.
Yeah.
If not, that's okay too. My plans are to try to spread the word as much as possible.
Okay.
Because I like to play the game, I like to play with people. I've pulled people from games and said, hey, go watch Playham.
Now that you've just mentioned briefly GoSC again, I mean, it's really growing, right? As a group. I mean, it's how many members is it like maybe 200, 300, 400 maybe right now or
The
something like
last I looked, the last I noticed, it was 333.
Nice. Wow,
So
nice number.
that was a fun number.
What about, well, you being so active with the StarCraft, I mean, who are your favorite players, casters, or people that you sort of like always follow and cheer within the StarCraft community?
There's probably a list a mile long, and I actually had it written down at some point, but it got too long. So I'll name the people off the top of my head,
Okay.
but they're not necessarily my favorite because I don't like to pick favorites. How about that?
Okay, awesome.
So, as far as pros go, because everybody knows pros, casters, I really like Husky. I enjoy listening to Day 9, Mr. Bitter, DJ Wheat. Gosh, who else as far as pro casters go? If I left anyone out that might be listening, I'm sorry. I love you all. Players, I love watching Destiny play. If I see that Destiny's playing, I'm like, on it. Idra, love watching Idra play. I like watching Zergs. I wonder why. I actually copied one of Destiny's things where, I don't know if you saw the video or not, but he did something where he went Mass Queens. It was like went up the ladder with Mass Queens.
I love those. Oh my God, I remember. Yes, I've seen that move. That was amazing. I mean, and so that's one of the greatest things about watching a StarCraft match with the pros. Suddenly they come up with something really unusual right
I'm
off
going
the
to kill
bat.
you with this.
Yeah, and it works.
Well, anyway, I was in a 2v2 game, and we were getting attacked pretty badly, so I'm like, well, I don't have much else that I can do. I don't have time to mine gas. I'm just going to build queens. I had a ton of money, and so I built a bunch of queens. And I didn't make creep or anything. I just, like, slowly waddled them over to the opponents and surprised them. It was fun.
Man, that is awesome. So, like, what was the turnout like in the end of that 2v2 match?
We won.
Yay! Nice.
We were like,
What was
what's going on?
Was it a Terran that you were against too, or Protoss, or?
We were against a Zerg and a Terran, I believe. No, a Zerg and a Protoss.
Wow.
Yeah.
What would be the race that you least like? I mean, obviously Zerg is your favorite and you understand it, which is amazing. I'm amazed because for me, Zerg, I might be wrong, but for me, Zerg is quite a complicated race to master.
That's what I've heard too, but for me it's a lot easier on my hands. Like, it feels better to me. I played Protoss when I first discovered StarCraft 2, and I played it for up until about a month, maybe 2 months ago, and tried playing with Zerg, and Zerg just feels so much better to me. They're a lot faster, they're cheaper. Because I've played Protoss, I have not played Terran.
Oh, okay.
I'm gonna pick Protoss for that because I just can't do it. Terran, I don't know if I can do it or not. I haven't tried. When I tried a little bit, I was like, I can't remember the hotkeys, so I quit trying for now until I learn Zerg. So I'm just gonna have to pick Protoss because I played it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess it's pylons and then the tag of warp gate, warp gate tag, and you have to build a cybernetics core, and I don't know, but it's.
I'm gonna get kind of girly on you though and say they are the prettiest.
Aww. There you go. Officially, according to Brightside, Protoss is the prettiest race. So all you guys out there, if you're playing Protoss, you're the prettiest.
I actually have pictures of Protoss on some of my backgrounds and stuff because they're pretty.
Wait, then I gotta ask, then what's the prettiest? No, maybe that's too much, maybe.
Oh, no, you have to ask now.
What would be the prettiest unit within Protoss then? Would it be like like an immortal? They're sort of
No, immortals are so uncomfortable.
and they look uncomfortable. Like when they're walking and they're like going like this. It's like very
I can see you, but other people can't. So picture an immortal in your head.
Yeah.
Keep picturing it.
Okay.
And now, it's not stopping. It's like, I just can't get comfortable, guys. Come on. I'm moving my legs like this. No, can't get comfortable. Moving my legs like that. Nope, can't get comfortable. Man, it sucks to be an immortal. My favorite cute little darling unit of all time. Even though I don't play Protoss anymore. Is a little Proby.
Oh, they are cute. Good choice. Good choice. That is true.
And they're hard workers. They're dedicated. They're passionate about what they do.
Huh. They're really good at multitasking as well. Like
They are. They build a structure. They go ahead and build another structure while the first structure is building.
yeah, they're pretty handy. Like if you had a
And
like
they're like, I've built this. It's building. I'm gonna start building this. But you know what? I'm gonna leave this building. It's gonna keep building. And I'm gonna go back to making you more money.
exactly. Like if you're the owner of a, company, I think you would like probes under you or by your side. Like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start this call to Germany while I started building this new office space in the same time. I'm a probe.
That's
That's
right.
nice, nice. That is cute. Look at that. They're cute and they're awesome at multitasking. There you go. There you go. Again, you mentioned Destiny and Idra so far in terms of,
Yes.
favorite or that you like. Not say favorites, but people that, pro gamers that you,
Fun to watch.
yeah, want to watch. There you go.
I think Huck is fun to watch because he spells out little things. Same with TLO. Also fun to watch. Terrans. TLO was Terran.
He
Does that
was
count?
Terran and he switched to Zerg.
In Orlando, this was when TLO was playing Terran.
Mm.
It was TLO versus Boxer, I believe.
Okay.
That was the most fun match ever.
Why?
They were like epic Sky Terran on the edge of your seat waiting, just like, okay, you guys have about the same army. Who's just going to attack first? And it felt like it went on forever because they just followed each other around. I'm like, I'm epic Sky Terran, so am I.
No, and that's actually now that you that's the thing about Terran versus TVTs, right? Terran versus Terran. I mean, it's such a they always kite and they always siege, move tanks, unsiege, move tanks, siege, and then the other guy does it well, and they sort of meet somewhere in the map, and they're like, who's gonna go first? It's like a chicken there, basically. And it's sort of like, okay, move, and the tension builds up, and then something happens, and all hell breaks loose. It's so fun to watch. That is true. Okay. Going back. Okay, we got stuck with TLO as Terran.
We got stuck with pros though.
Yeah.
I mentioned before that all the Playham casters are my favorites.
Yeah.
And then, of course, there's girls.
Yeah.
The girls who cast and are trying to get better are my favorites, so I can't really pick favorites. I will say I talk to Jen a lot.
Yeah.
Jen being Lemon Pink.
Yeah.
And I think she's doing a really good job.
Too.
Because she doesn't speak English as her first language, French Canadian is her first language, she's getting better with that. She's learning more how to commentate in English. But people just adore her accent.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
she's got that going for her. Plus, she wants to do well.
Yeah. No, I watched her streams often when she's laddering. She's really good. I'm not surprised that she's going to Masters and she's gold. I mean, she has the skills.
Yep.
And she's a very like a very likable person, very friendly. And when, like I said, I think I've seen her cast twice so far at Playham. Maybe she has done more. I'm not so sure, but she has done a very good job at it. And her interaction again with the other caster, her co-caster at the moment, she's pretty good. She's pretty good. I
think she's really good.
Yeah. Although there was that.
She keeps it clean.
Yeah.
And she keeps it humorous. I think she's probably the person who does that the best.
Yeah.
Navi is pretty funny when she casts, but she can get a little bit potty mouthed on occasion. casts for FemFX quite a bit, and also Iron Lady, ESL, when they do their tournaments.
But in also people that you see in Playham, be it gamers, right? I mean, I think there are some names worth mentioning. I think. I mean,
yeah, totally. Like
yeah,
Violet. Absolutely, Violet.
yeah. He plays Zerg only, right?
I've seen him play Protoss, but it was just for fun.
To women that are aspiring to be, active gamers, that they love this game, they understand it, like you, like they see this race, they say Zerg, it feels so good, or Protoss, or Terran. I want to be a gamer, or a caster, or esports journalist. What would be like the message that you would give them?
Just do it. Do what you want to do. Don't let anybody tell you differently. Don't let anybody tell you because you're a girl you can't do it, or you sound terrible because your voice is awful because you're a girl. Just do exactly what you love. Do exactly what you want to do, and don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Do what makes you happy.
That is true. Wise words indeed.
And also, people will give you crap. Learn from it, but don't take offense to it.
Yeah, yeah. No, that's really, yeah, no, that's important. Like you just reminded me, there's this phrase that I heard that it was like, always be polite. Always be
Yep.
polite. Take it, and yeah, that's true. Yeah. So it's, wow, wise words, man. Wise words. Yeah, you are powerful. You are wise and powerful. Yeah, oh, yeah. I mean, I know that Ben is the wizard of Playham, but
Ben is the wizard.
yeah, Ben is the wizard. He is the Jedi Master. He is the wizard. Okay, and finally, how can people either reach you or reach Girls of StarCraft?
The best way to reach me is through Twitter. Brightside _SC2. Girls of StarCraft, same way, because I get to see the twits that come to them.
Nice.
They are the _GOSC on Twitter. And if you contact us through there, if you contact me through there, I get you in touch with other stuff.
There you go. Yeah, she is the right person to get in touch to. I assure you guys that are listening, I mean, if anything, Brightside is there to provide and help whenever possible. And as a fan of Playham and as a fan of you, Brightside, it's really.
Aww.
No, come on. Yeah, no, yeah. I mean, again, I know I said this before, but I say it again. It's really nice. Obviously, like it's always so noticeable and it's quite clear. Nobody's gonna deny it. That if they meet you or they have interacted with you, you're very passionate about what you do, and you're very cooperative and an active member and a vital member of the StarCraft community in overall. And it's not an exaggeration by any stretch of the imagination. I really believe that. So I really appreciate you giving time for this interview, supporting StarCraft community in general. Yeah, thanks for being here with us.
Well, thank you, Dago.
You're welcome. You're welcome. And anyway, guys, this is a wrap for this episode of NeXus Esports Edition. I hope you enjoy it, and I'll catch you guys next time.